Hi everyone. Now let's move to topic 4 of Unit 1. Types of cyber threats, focusing on internal and external threats. To help you prepare, here are some sample questions from this topic. For 2-mark questions, you might be asked to define internal cyber threats. Give examples of internal threats. Define external cyber threats. Name external threat actors, or highlight differences between internal and external threats. For 10-mark questions, expect to explain internal threats with examples and prevention strategies. Describe external threats and their impact. Compare internal and external threats in detail. Discuss why insider threats can sometimes be more dangerous than outsiders. And write about detection and mitigation techniques for both. Keep these questions in mind as we explore the different types of cyber threats organizations face. Let's start by understanding internal cyber threats. Internal cyber threats originate from within an organization. They usually come from employees, contractors, or partners who already have authorized access to the company's systems. There are different types of internal threats. First, malicious insiders. These are employees who intentionally steal data or cause harm, often for financial gain. For example, an employee copying confidential customer information to sell it. Second, negligent insiders. People who carelessly share passwords or fall for phishing scams, unintentionally putting the organization at risk. Third, unintentional errors like misconfigurations or accidental deletion of important files can also cause damage. Internal threats have some unique characteristics. Because these insiders have high levels of trust and knowledge about internal systems and processes, their activities can be harder to detect since they may appear legitimate. To prevent internal threats, organizations use several strategies. Least privilege access control limits user access to only what is necessary for their job. Employee monitoring and logging help detect unusual activities. Regular security awareness training educates staff about risks and best practices. Separation of duties ensures no single person has control over critical processes, reducing the chance of misuse. Understanding internal cyber threats is crucial because they often cause significant damage that can go unnoticed for long periods. Now, let's understand external cyber threats. External cyber threats come from outside the organization. These are usually unknown actors trying to breach an organization's defenses to steal data, disrupt services, or cause harm. Some common examples include hackers sending phishing emails that trick users into revealing passwords or installing malware. Another example is malware being injected through compromised websites, infecting visitors' computers. Distributed denial of service or DDoS attacks are also common external threats where botnets, networks of infected computers, overwhelm a website or service with traffic, causing it to crash. External threats have some distinct characteristics. Since attackers don't have direct access to internal systems initially, they rely on exploiting vulnerabilities in software or human errors like weak passwords. Many external attacks are large-scale and automated, targeting many organizations at once. To prevent external threats, organizations use firewalls and intrusion detection or prevention systems, known as IDS and IPS, to monitor and block malicious traffic. Regular vulnerability assessments help identify and fix security weaknesses before attackers can exploit them. Strong authentication mechanisms, like multi-factor authentication, add an extra layer of protection. Being aware of these external threats and prevention methods is essential to keep organizations safe from cyber attacks. Please have a look at the comparison table. Now, let's talk about why internal threats can sometimes be more dangerous than external threats. Insiders have legitimate credentials and deep knowledge of the organization's systems and processes. Because of this, they can bypass many security measures that are designed to keep outsiders out. Internal attackers often remain undetected for long periods. This is especially true in advanced persistent threats or app-style insider attacks, where the attacker carefully avoids detection while stealing data or causing harm over time. To better understand, let's look at real-world examples. One famous internal threat was Edward Snowden in 2013. As an NSA contractor, he leaked classified government documents, exploiting his legitimate access to sensitive information. On the other hand, an example of an external threat is the WannaCry ransomware attack in 2017. This global cyber attack exploited a vulnerability called Eternal Blue to spread rapidly across hundreds of thousands of computers worldwide, locking users out and demanding ransom. Both internal and external threats are serious, but insiders' trusted access makes internal threats especially challenging to detect and prevent. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.